Hello.
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 Hello. Yes, sir. Back again.
Good.
Welcome to the Wasted Podcast. Thank you for being here. You could have been anywhere, but you're here with us.
That's a fact.
We appreciate you. We
Yeah,
appreciate
love
you.
it.
We appreciate you. We appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
We appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
We appreciate you.
Always. You know what I'm saying?
Sir. Exchanging peace, bro.
It's like, what is that scene or something where they just like
Yeah,
shake hands?
that's so familiar.
Yeah, it does.
We go figure that. Somebody in the comments tell us.
Right.
If y'all know movies like that, let us know, or TV shows.
Facts.
We should say. But
Facts.
we've got some esteemed guests in the presence.
Ooh.
I'm not gonna introduce y'all. Goats introduce themselves.
Damn.
Damn, you took all the pressure off you and put it on us. Yeah, bro. All right, guys. You want to open up? We open up the pod, or you want to do something?
Oh yeah,
Crazy.
Let's hit the first name basis and then we hit the pod intro.
Okay.
Gotcha. All right, I'm Kev. This is
I'm Jay Quell. Nice to meet you guys.
yeah. And the way we always open up our show is, but we on your show, so we're gonna mix it up a little bit. What is good, y'all? What is
Okay.
up?
Yeah.
Welcome to Wasting My 20s.
Yes,
You
sir.
got Kev on the
Yes,
mic
sir.
over
Yes,
here.
sir.
To my left, we got.
Jay Queasy Stacks the motherfucking wavy. What's good?
Let's get it.
Yes, sir.
We are the boys from Keeping It 9000. We
Best
do our
anime
own
podcast.
podcast. Shonen with my
Bronin.
Otaku with my
Bro Taku.
Let's get it.
Get it.
Oh my God,
Let's get
bro.
it. Who we got in the room today? Who we got in the room?
Fire in the booth.
Fire in the booth.
Nah, I feel like we got. I like y'all nicknames. I want a nickname too.
Shit, bro.
Nah, I know. I actually got one. Lou Diamond Billups.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, Lou Diamond Billups.
Okay.
That's smooth. Damn, on the spot.
Yeah, bro. I can't think that
know.
fast.
You know
can't
what?
turn
You
that
know what I
fast.
like though, because just to like throwback, El Conquistador.
Oh,
Okay, the Conquistador.
Yeah.
Okay.
No way he brought it back to
Yeah.
2017, bro.
Yeah. Those who know.
Those who know,
Damn,
know.
that's crazy, bro.
Oh man.
Damn.
No pressure. No
No
pressure.
pressure.
Mad pressure. The gears is turning, but nothing's coming up, man.
Fabiola Flair.
I'll take it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's go.
Shit.
Niggas is having like a Avengers moment of pride.
Yeah,
Yes,
this shit is
sir.
crazy,
Crazy,
bro. Because
yeah.
I dead ass watch their shit, and
Oh,
like
let's
it's
go.
wild, bro.
Love
like,
Thank you. Thank you.
yo,
Like the Jimmy Timmy Power Hour.
Yo, guys,
honestly,
That's so sweet life of
Universe is
Zach.
bro.
all the 10 Power
That's so
Rangers
sweet.
coming
Like
together.
ahead of our days.
Yes, sir.
Yo,
Yes.
Facts.
God
Yes,
damn.
this
sir.
is goated. This is goated. So I mean, you guys already have talked about what you guys do. So I feel like we might as well just get into the first topic. The first
do
topic
it.
at hand.
I didn't even peep though, like the drip too.
Oh
The-
yeah,
the
let's talk
Tokyo-
about the trip though.
Oh,
yeah.
I was looking at
Jujutsu
High, sir,
That's
brother.
fire.
That's
That is
That's-
fire.
All right, yeah, you already know the vibes. I got the Yusuke Urameshi
The
on.
flyest.
Not with the
anime
Cuban
character
on.
With the
of
Cuban.
all time.
He had that.
Of all time,
I didn't even
bro.
peep that when you
This
got it.
exclusive, nigga. This
No, I'm
that
dead ass about to
exclusive.
cop the Yusuke jacket, bro. I found it.
Oh.
I found the Yusuke jacket. I'm about to cop that
You
shit,
got to
bro.
do
Nah,
it.
nobody
With the
talks about
corduroy
it.
collar, bro.
Bruh,
Yo,
fire.
the flyest anime character of
Yusuke's
all
on top.
time.
Yeah.
100%.
100%, bro.
100%.
You know,
Out of
you know who
everybody.
giving them some comp though? I ain't gonna hold you.
Who?
My son Goku in them filler episodes. My son was and Piccolo in the filler
Vegeta
episodes.
in the filler episode was wild.
Vegeta
All
and
the
Batman.
Badman?
Yeah,
The Bodman
Why
jacket
did
is crazy.
these niggas know that shit, bro?
Yo,
Nah.
Randomly made
They was
Vegeta
ahead of their
Jamaican.
time, bro.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
nah,
Shit
it
was
wasn't
real.
ahead of their
They was
time,
in that
you know what I'm
Ame
saying?
Leon Door shit, you know
Yes,
what I'm
Facts.
That's right.
They was putting that shit on for real.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
that's
a
a fact.
Now we gotta do that. Fucking flies, all the flies
Imagine
characters.
we
You gotta.
shot flicks like that, bro,
Nah.
and they filler fits, bro.
Filler
fits is
Filler
crazy.
fits is going
Yo.
crazy, yo.
That could be
fire.
a skit.
I ain't gonna front.
Facts.
If we do that, y'all gotta pull up because we already got the idea what you
100%.
guys is. You know what I'm
100%.
saying?
I'm with
The
it.
filler fits,
The
bro.
filler fits. Oh
crazy.
my
Filler
god.
fits. You gotta
Make
get
this an
like-
ongoing series type
Yeah.
shit. You know
Gears
what I
are
mean?
turning now.
Facts.
That's
Yes,
crazy.
sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, so fellas, I got a
Talk to
very
us.
pressing question for you fellas, man.
Let's get it.
What anime, in y'all opinions, has the most beautiful art style? Not necessarily animation, but just art style. Just the way it's drawn, the stylistic elements of it. What would you say?
Oh, I'm already here. I already got it.
Oh,
Yeah. So the first anime that comes to mind for me is the original Digimon movie. Like the first movie when they not even the part where they fighting the what is it, Dioboromon or whatever. It's when they kids and they found Koromon under the bed. Y'all you ever seen that movie?
I
The
haven't seen
Digimon
it.
movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
Haven't seen the movie.
it's a throwback. So
Word.
super throwback. It's drawn in like this style where it's like very hyper realistic.
Okay.
And in terms of like, it looks like like that Studio Ghibli retro '90s anime look,
Oh,
but
nice.
like all the scenes are very like real. Like they live in the apartment complex, kind of like the projects. They got like, or the cab drivers coming back and forth. The parents are there, but you don't see their faces. Like very clean, very clean.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Isn't like every Japanese apartment of projects though?
Ty-
Like the
Ty
way they
V.
built.
Yeah, they got like
It's
the
one
public
room,
housing.
a kitchen, and a bathroom. That's all they got.
But they not ready for that
Yeah.
conversation.
Crazy. That's crazy.
Literally, tell me your favorite anime character. Show me where he lives.
Yeah.
Yo,
It ain't
my boy
anywhere
just
nice.
cracked
The
the
slum.
code, bro.
That's
That
a
shit is always
fact.
clean though.
Always
The
clean.
slum.
They got running water in there.
I mean,
bro. They
it,
fine.
it gotta be clean if you got one fork and one towel. Like
That's true. They got running water, but it's not hot.
Yo, that's crazy.
Damn.
Sounds a lot like the
Jeez.
projects. Actually.
Facts. You feel me? But yeah, that's mine. How about y'all?
me, I'm gonna go with a new one. Have y'all seen Zom 100 yet?
No, you.
Damn, that shit is next on my list. That shit is
That's on my
valid.
list.
Zom
too.
100 is fire mainly because like what they do, it's not really realistic. Like they have zombies and everything, but every time you see one of them get their head chopped off, it's just paint that just splatters everywhere.
Oh,
and
nice.
so they do something different with their animation where it's again not realistic at all, but they do a lot of like different things where it provides excitement to the viewer's eye just because we're watching zombies. We're going to see it be bloody and gory, but they're not making it bloody and gory. They're giving you like everything outside of that, but still providing the context of them chopping zombies' heads off.
Okay.
So
That's
it's
interesting.
it's fire. I would
Alright.
definitely give it a watch
It's a
because
good
it's the
show.
one. Oh, it's so good.
yeah.
And
Shit is
especially
literally next on my list.
Same,
Right.
same, same.
Bro.
it's so fire, especially if you're in a situation where you're working like a corporate job. Shout out to my corporate workers.
Yeah, we're
Bruh.
struggling out here.
It'll start making you think about your life and being like, yo, do I need a zombie apocalypse? Like ASAP?
That's crazy.
Definitely watch it.
Facts.
Oh man, I had one in mind, but you talked about films, and it kind of just got the gears turning.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with. I got a little. If you know, you know.
I feel
But
like I know what
you
you're
don't.
saying.
I guarantee you. Guarantee you don't. It's a film called Garden of Words.
Okay.
Oh, I've heard of this, but I haven't watched it.
It's so beautiful.
Okay.
Like just each frame is just done with so much love.
Yeah.
It's to the point where that shit is literally like, you know how we say Demon Slayer doesn't have the greatest story, but this shit literally has next to no story. There's a plot that's very weak throughout the you know what I mean, the going run of it, but
Yeah.
the real attraction is just how good it looks. Like there's a scene when they're chopping food. The food looks fucking beautiful. You can see like the rain coming down on the leaves. Like yo, all the budget went to the animation department.
Yeah.
And
That's
then
why
let
the
the
writers
little
is on
cousin
strike
write this
now.
shit, you know what I'm
The
saying?
writers
But
is on strike
the
because of
writers is
that,
on
that
strike.
film.
Because
Oh,
of that
bro, I know this movie.
Know that
so
one, bro.
this director, Makoto Shinkai.
Shinkai,
Yo,
know it.
he's nice
Garden
with it,
of
bro.
Words.
Yeah,
Nice.
everything about his
Watch
movie is
that
like
shit.
super hyper realistic,
Yes.
but it's still anime. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He be having the McDonald's, you be feeling like you ordered a number two,
I'm
hold the
saying,
fries,
bro. Like that's the one that really, I ain't gonna put me on to his work. So
Oh,
I'll go with
shit.
that shit. I'll go with that shit. You know what I
That
mean?
shit looks ethereal.
Let me see
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That shit
yeah,
looks
yeah.
mad ethereal, bro.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Beautiful, beautiful.
that is a fire one.
Damn, you got some crazy answers. I feel like I don't have nothing crazy, just something that just to me looks clean.
Yeah.
It's this show that Alex put me on. I think I mentioned it before, but Hina Matsuri. It's just it's very just clean to me, and I just like how simple and like thing is like there's certain majority of the show is just like normal, right? But then it's kind of like a humorous show, so some of those cutaways will just be very like dream-like kind of like what you're saying. It's
Okay.
like certain cutaways, you know what I'm saying? Like they don't use it necessarily throughout the whole episode.
Now like some Family Guy shit, right?
Right.
Okay.
No. But it'll have just like funny moments or like interesting or heartfelt, whatever. It's just a good show.
Is it a slice of life type vibe or?
In a way, I mean, because the thing is, this girl, the main character, is like an alien,
Yeah.
supposedly,
Oh.
and this
Oh,
guy,
yeah,
this
I know
like
what you're talking
Yakuza dude, just kind of just like. I don't want to say too much just in case, but like
Of
it's
course.
just like it's between them. It's very weird, but in a way, I guess you could say
Okay.
that. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Damn, I have like a few answers I'm trying to figure out. Like, you know what I'm saying? But damn, can I get two? I get two.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna throw a curveball.
Oh, okay.
All right, and everybody's gonna look at me mad weird, but the show is actually really good. So Beastars art style was actually quite valid.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, everybody don't like CGI, this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. I actually think it looked mad good. And I think that, you know, the 24 frames, because I think it was like 24 frames, that's all it could hit. Because the whole show is like that art style of CGI or whatever. I actually really thought that it kind of added to the elements of the show. I thought it gave it a very unique kind of feel. And it was just very different. You know what I'm saying? And I really fucked with that. Number 2, damn. It's probably Promised Neverland.
Oh, okay.
Promised Neverland. Just because there was those scenes where, like, you could really tell they, like, bowled out with the budget. Where the stairs looked literally like a fucking photo, bro. It was like a real-life movie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Season 1, not Season 2, because Season 2 was garbage.
Hot garbage.
You know the vibes.
Season 2, we got put that shit out of trash.
Yeah, that shit is
Season
so
it never happened.
It's not even the same show, bro.
Facts.
It's completely different.
No, but I actually really like Beastars, and if you get past what the show really is about, you know what I'm saying? It's a good story. Is great animation in my opinion. It's not for everybody, but it really, I think it looks good.
I'm with you on that. I watched the first season, and I didn't really watch it from the lens perspective that everybody was giving, because I wasn't on the forums like, oh, this shit is trash. I'm like, I'm gonna give it a fair chance. I gave it the fair chance. I watched it, and I was like, yo, like, they're animals, but it's a good story. Like, it's shot
crazy,
well,
bro.
Yeah.
Literally, like, can I like sum it up real quick? Bro, so it's like when you really think about it, if you kind of remove the animal aspect, bro, it's like the most popular kid in school literally just leaves the school and gets affiliated with this crazy ass gang, and then he ends up killing the fucking the leader of the gang and becomes their leader, and then his friend or like his rival goes and tries to take him away from gang life. Like, that shit is crazy, bro. Like, it's really like a super valid story, bro.
That's interesting.
It's so good. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
But then they put the bunny in it.
The bunny is yeah, but you know what I'm saying?
I tried Beastars. I think I got up to like episode 3 or 4, and then when I saw that bunny try to get bust down by that wolf, I was like,
wild.
I can't do it. Because there's anime that every once in a while I'm watching and I'm like, okay, this is cool, and then all of a sudden they do something weird. Like, that's another reason I couldn't get into Kill la Kill, because of the outfit transformations. I'm like, I just feel super uncomfortable watching
they
this.
all in high school.
Yeah, and it's like, it's just not for me.
I actually did finish Kill la Kill when that shit dropped, ironically. That's a throwback. I haven't even thought about Kill la Kill in like dumb long.
Also, JoJo number 4. I like that animation, that art style.
JoJo art style, JoJo art style is different. Like, it's real different.
Especially number 4.
I got a question that's a little bit different from what we've done, and it's gonna, because it opens up the bounds. It's been exclusively anime we've talked about, but I'm like, for this question, I think it should apply to anime and also media outside of anime, right?
100%.
Characters that stole the show.
Damn.
Anime wise,
Outside of anime?
If you, it could be in anime or even outside.
Okay,
like,
it could be anything.
I got one for anime. We were talking about this earlier. J. Cole is not a fan of Yuji Itadori from Jujutsu Kaisen, and that man literally stole the show. The story was not supposed to be about Yuji, but he literally pulled up, ate those fingers, and the show became about him.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, I think the show was supposed to be about like Megumi, Gojo, and like
Really?
Yuta too.
And Yuta
was supposed
like
to be
they were
MC.
supposed to be essentially the main cast. Yuji was only supposed to be there for a limited time. Like,
what?
Essentially, Yuji was supposed to stay dead when. I mean, you're up to that part, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was supposed to stay dead. But then the fans loved him so much that Gege was like, all right, we're bringing him back then.
I didn't even know that, bro.
So-
I thought he was. I thought he was the guy.
I mean, I feel like they kind of set it. I guess in the anime they set it up
like that. Fact.
But maybe in the manga it was different. I haven't read the manga yet.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
And
going
also,
to.
and like, the interesting thing about Jujutsu Kaisen is not written. You don't see it in the order that it was written. Like, Zero was written first, but as a concept, and then he wrote the beginning of Jujutsu Kaisen, and then he went back to write the second season, and so he bounces back and forth with his storytelling. So just the style that he takes is really interesting. But Yuji literally stole the show. The show's about the man's now.
Yeah, that is true. That is crazy.
Anybody
That's a good one. That's a
I
good
got
one.
one.
Yeah.
What's up?
It's gonna be the most basic answer, but if you know me, you know I love this film. Near and dear to my heart. For the rest of my life, I'll watch this shit at least once a year. the Joker in The Dark Knight.
Okay, yeah, 100%.
Like, I mean, possibly the most interesting performance that I've ever seen in any superhero film. The most, I think, in my opinion, I say the most like interesting character in the entire Dark Knight trilogy was the Joker.
Yeah,
but he's had limited screen time comparatively speaking to the other people. Even compared to like Bane, he had even less screen time than that. But it's about like efficiency and impact. Like when he was on screen, you looked at him because he was the most harrowing, the most interesting, the most engaging. So that's always gonna be my pick. I'm gonna stick with that.
Nah, that's a fact. Every time Joker was on the screen, you felt something.
Come on,
like you knew something was about to pop off when you saw Joker pop up.
Yeah, man. Like
shout out to Heath Ledger.
Word.
Rest in peace, bro. Rest in peace to the GOAT, bro. Like, man, like he just injected this level of humor, and obviously he's the Joker, but it's like in these really tense situations, he would just cut it with just this like a little one-liner or some shit like that. Like, do I really look like a guy with a plan? Like, bro, he's the most quotable, like super quotable. Like, he's so iconic, bro. So I'm gonna say him. Shout out to Christian Bale though. He did his thing, but
100%.
You couldn't. It's the Joker.
Even the explosion scene, like
that's my favorite scene in that movie.
Bro.
Like,
Yeah.
that's my favorite. That shit really malfunctioned, right?
Yeah.
When he fucking
And
improvised.
then
improv.
Bro,
that was
different.
fire. Yeah.
So good.
Damn.
That was iconic too.
Yes.
There's a tough question when you. Yeah, there is a lot. You
Wait,
ready?
actually, you got
Go
one?
ahead. My answer's probably not as exciting.
I don't even know if mine is super exciting, but like I think Sasuke from Naruto stole the show.
Cap.
I think so.
I kind of agree with him. I'm not gonna
Really?
lie. Yeah.
All right. So this is my take on it, right?
Okay.
Like Sasuke is I forgot the word. It's not the antagonist, but
He's the rival.
He's the rival, right? He's the rival. And I just feel like people care more about his depression and him coming back than seeing Naruto progress throughout the whole show.
He's essentially the catalyst for the Shippuden in a sense.
Yeah. Like the world, like it literally revolves around Sasuke for most of the world. Even like the decision of like, are you going to destroy the village or not?
Yeah.
Who gave that man the power like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, why is he so important?
Yeah.
So I feel like people gave him the show. I don't feel like he stole it. Like people gave him the show for no reason. You know what I'm saying?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Like what's his name? Yuno and Black Clover. He don't really got the show like that. He's just nice, but that's it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They don't care about his opinion like
I
that.
didn't even touch that show, bro.
Yeah. We got.
He got a list.
He got lit up for fucking shitting on Black Clover. They was like,
I fucking stand on what the fuck I said.
Love that
Fuck
energy.
Hell yeah, double up, bro.
Double up.
Damn, but damn, I have two answers again, but I'm gonna keep it quick.
Yeah.
Number one, my main answer definitely Armin and Mikasa at the end of Attack on Titan.
Okay, yeah,
you know
for
what
sure.
I'm saying? The way that it just what I think with the story writing of Attack on Titan, how they just seamlessly transition the main character feel, the protagonist feel, and the screen time, the amount of screen time, the dialogue.
That's true.
That's not easy to do. You know what I'm saying? Especially because of how different those two are from Eren. You know what I'm saying? You basically forfeited your main character. You know what I'm saying? And then gave us two new ones. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I think they did a really good job because it was very seamless, especially like that one scene, spoilers, you know what I'm saying? Where we're all caught up, right? Obviously.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
When Armin and Connie like tried so hard to not kill their friends on the fucking, the port, bro.
Yeah, on the
and
pier.
then they had to.
Yeah.
And then Connie just started screaming into the sky, bro. And
That was
Armin
crazy.
was just sitting there bleeding. Bro, that shit really like pulled the heartstrings, bro. That shit was bad. Number two is Brock from Pokemon.
Really?
Why
Yeah.
Brock?
Explain that.
Yeah.
I'll explain. He was basically the one side character that went all the way up until this last season.
Yeah, that's
you
a
know what I'm
fact.
saying?
He was there for
And
a
when
minute.
he left, it was one of the most emotional things that ever happened in the Pokemon anime. You know what I'm saying? And the Pokemon anime is not an emotional anime.
It's not.
It's not.
Nah.
But for some shit to hit like that, bro,
Yeah.
it's been like 20 years we don't have Brock, bro.
Facts.
I don't even watch that shit no more, and that shit hurt, bro. I read the fucking news article, and I was like, damn, that shit sucked. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
Brock is goated, bro. Brock is goat for real.
Always chasing the cheek. Shout out Brock.
Facts.
They said it was like a holy trinity. It was him, Johnny Bravo, and Pepe Le Pew. It was like the most down bad niggas in all of animation, bro.
Like, how you get dubbed by the same girl in every city, every town? They all related. That's crazy.
crazy, bro.
That's
All
crazy.
related. Yo,
Facts.
going to it, like kind of how you mentioned towards the end of stuff, I'm gonna say Frank Castle, the Punisher in Daredevil, bro. Once he was on screen, I didn't even care what Daredevil was doing, bro. I was like, yo, I'm my guy. And then to the point where he got his own show, so it's like he definitely stole that. Yeah, he killed it. He killed it.
Amazing, bro.
Bro, he's amazing, bro.
Yeah, he was probably the most interesting character throughout that. I can't front.
Yeah.
And John Berthol's performance.
Facts.
He like
He
nailed
was
it.
perfect.
He's
Yeah.
such a
Perfect for
good
the
act,
role.
bro. Him in The Bear too,
Yeah, I was gonna
as
say.
Mikey. Yeah,
The Bear's
bro.
so fucking good.
Bro, I was even gonna
I'm
say
in the middle of
Mikey,
season
low
two.
key.
He got mad skinny for that role, bro. I was surprised.
I gotta watch that shit.
Yeah,
I watched the
yeah.
first
So good. I just
episode.
finished it.
Especially what they do cinematography wise and like how
Yeah.
they make you feel. I remember there was
Yeah.
a scene where this man was just chopping onions and I was like, yo,
Yeah.
is he gonna cut his finger off? But
Episode-
I'm
that's
so
crazy.
interested in the conversation too. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Episode 7 was all one take.
Really?
For
That's
18, 20
crazy.
minutes. It was all one take.
That is tough.
That's crazy, bro.
That's some Birdman
crazy.
shit, yo. What the
Nah, you
fuck?
gotta check out The Bear so far.
Yeah, it's on my list right now.
Yeah,
It's
you
my
know
list
who
of
else
real
stole the
people shows
show?
to watch.
I'm gonna keep it mad quick.
Go for it.
Kaiba from Yu-Gi-Oh, bro.
Okay.
That's great. Alright, next question.
Nah, he was there. Russell was there.
Kaiba went far too, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Nah, he did.
Kind of like Sasuke, he went mad far for no reason.
Man.
Yeah. So this is a kind of a question that I kind of like thought of because I actually had this conversation recently with somebody, and I was just thinking like, damn, I feel like it's a lot harder for me to start an old anime show than it used to be.
Okay.
So
How old?
let's define that.
Yeah.
So like I guess the conversation, the topic has like old versus new anime, right?
Mhm.
What do we classify as old? Because I've talked to people and I've heard different things. Like I remember someone told me like this shit was 5 years old. Yo, that's old. That shit old. I'm like,
Nah.
5 ain't old.
you get your you're like, oh, damn, man, I'm only 27.
Yeah. I mean, I guess for the scale first, there's different levels to
So
it,
old.
right?
Let's
Like,
just say
There's like old and then there's like retro.
Retro.
You know?
oh, like okay. So I mean, let's say 15 years. If
15
anything
years.
past 15 is old.
what is 15 years? It's like 2000 what? Like,
Ooh, math. Not good. 2007.
2007?
No,
But
2008.
even
You're right,
then,
right,
like,
yeah,
you
2008.
know what I'm saying? Like, at that time, like, we was still watching Dragon Ball Z. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
We were
And
so
then
delayed back then too because Dragon Ball Z was way finished when it
Yeah.
was, by the time it came to America.
Yeah.
So we're probably like 2 or
Yeah.
3 years behind.
All right.
Yeah.
Probably even more than
Damn,
that,
I didn't even
low-key.
think about that,
Yeah,
low
even
key.
more.
Maybe
He's got a point.
2009 and before, I would
It's
consider old.
old.
And then, because I felt like that was the point where we had like HD, we had like widescreen.
Okay,
like,
so
it was
that's
clear.
fair.
It was
That's
like
a
a
good
full change in like animation style.
Right.
Everything was fully digital.
Mm.
I would say everything from there on is newer.
Newer.
But still not new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
True,
because
true,
shit
true.
like 2011, 2012, 2013 still feels old.
Yeah.
But it's newer.
Yeah.
Like it can blend in.
Damn.
Yeah,
I
I,
was
guess that
thinking way
makes sense.
different.
We kind of have to like find where there was like a pivotal shift in like animation, and then kind of go from there.
Sure.
Like
I mean-
that affected the majority of like anime itself.
Technically speaking, if we were to use that, because that's a good working definition, when they switched, this is even older than that, but when they switched over from hand drawn to like Flash or like the digitally drawn kind of
digital
thing,
animation.
I think that like I think they said like, Bebop was maybe one of the last ones to have been like actually
Fully
hand
hand-drawn?
fully hand drawn with like
Oh.
paper, pencil, and all the other
Damn.
shit.
Yeah.
So I mean, let's just say something from the 90s.
Okay.
What is the likelihood of y'all watching something that came out in the 90s?
I'm watching Initial D right now.
I guess it depends how
That's
long
true.
the if it's like a season or
That's a
like
good point.
you know the
point.
length of it.
True,
Both.
true.
Is there a dub or sub? Because if there's a dub from the 90s, I'm most likely not watching it.
Really?
He
Bro.
hates dub. He just hates dub anything. It's annoying to deal with.
Nah, I like dub, but
Which
like
is the older dubs
like
was
some older dubs are really like extremely bad.
They only had like
Yeah, I
7
agree
dudes
with
who were
that.
able to do it, fam.
I agree with
Exactly.
They do have like 7 dudes.
But you know what it is? The way that I approach like those kind of retro, because that to me I would consider like a retro anime,
Yeah.
is I look at it that way for nostalgia.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Because I'm very big on that kind of nostalgia feel.
Of course.
So
yeah.
like I approach it that way, and I'm watching Initial D right now,
Mhm.
and I'm thinking, damn, if I was watching this shit in the '90s, bro, this shit would be pivotal, bro.
Oh, facts.
Because
facts.
the animation that shit, like I've seen it before, but
Yeah.
rewatching it, I'm like, damn, I really appreciate the way that they animated this shit. Because there was like some 3D animation in there that I never really thought about because my brain just couldn't process it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
facts. I feel that.
So it's like if you approach it with that kind of like mindset, I think it could really like change your perspective on
Okay.
how you watch the show.
Yeah. So like, what about older animes would y'all say that y'all really appreciate versus newer animes, if there's anything?
Oh, for sure, the rawness, bro. Like, just like scripting. So, all right, this is where older dubs are better, right? Like, sometimes they don't give a fuck about what they say. They just say whatever, bro. Like, I'm watching EREN JEAGER right now.
Oh, you go Foxy?
Yeah, bro's
Okay,
like,
okay.
he's talking to the teacher. He's like, yo, I would blow your back out. I'm like, what the? The teacher's like, yo, am I gonna get arrested for talking to the kids? Bro, it's crazy. Like,
Wait, what did he say?
bro, yeah, bro, like watch it, EREN JEAGER, bro, like episode like 6 or 7.
Did
It's
they know
like,
what they were saying though?
oh, they knew what they were saying, bro.
That shit came like 03. What the fuck?
Bro, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
bro.
Like,
Nah,
it was raw back then, bro.
different, for
But now
real.
that wouldn't pass any
100%.
board. It'd be like, yo, this is
Yeah.
getting black flagged, everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I
true.
mean, I guess
true.
it depends the show. Low-key.
True.
Or even Yu Yu Hakusho did it multiple times.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what was it that you Yusuke said? I don't care if she's a guy or a girl. I'll still kick her ass.
She's a girl. I don't care if she's a girl or a grandmother. I still knock her out. Nah, that was wild.
Bruh, there was an even wilder scene where Yusuke was fighting somebody who was, let's say, a part of the community.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he was like, let me figure out what this person is. So let me do a hand test, check, and then knock him out. Nah, it gets crazy in Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah. I remember
Facts.
there was this one scene in Yu Yu Hakusho where I think it was like a doctor who was like helping people out after the tournament. She's like, as long as she doesn't grab my balls and tell me to cough. And then he walked out. She was bad. She's like, 1 second, don't listen.
You see, like, that's the good shit about old dub, bro. Like, you don't
Yeah,
even get that in the
yeah.
sub,
They
bro.
got away with everything.
Yeah.
Humor was
That is
crazy.
funny.
Yeah.
The humor was crazy.
So,
Yeah.
So the next question is like, is there? I mean, I feel like this is gonna be like super obvious, but I mean,
Talk about it.
what about newer animes do you appreciate that older animes didn't do?
They're succinct. Like older animes back in the day, especially if it was really popular, they would literally give you an episode a week for 52 weeks. And that means we got a lot of filler. Now, we got 24 episode cuts, season by season, and we
Facts.
get it. And the
Yeah.
story is, we're not getting as much fillers as we used to.
Yeah,
like if you think about it, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Digimon, Dragon Ball, the list goes on. Naruto, Boruto's still doing it. Hopefully they cut that shit out with the time skip, bruh.
We can only pray. We can only pray.
If only. But like the fact that now we get anime and we just get the full story and none of the extra.
Yeah.
And sometimes extra can be helpful, but for the most part, extra was never helpful. Filler was never fun.
Yeah.
It was just filler.
Yeah.
And so now that we have a lot less filler, I think that's like super beneficial.
I like that answer a
That's a
lot,
good- yeah.
actually. I like that answer a lot.
True.
How y'all feel about changing? You know what I mean? How do y'all feel about evolution?
Love it.
Oh,
You know, I love it. Yeah.
that's fire.
Transformations are like a
Oh,
really,
shit.
you know what I mean? It's an essential.
You know
part
where
of
this is
the
going?
experience.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do y'all have any favorite transformations?
There it goes.
Oh.
Favorite transformations?
Favorite, yeah, favorite.
Do I have a
transformation.
favorite?
Do Pokemon evolutions count?
That,
Yeah.
That's a transformation.
100%.
That's a quintessential one, low key.
Yeah, right.
Facts.
Oh
Yeah.
man, so I won't be the one to start this.
I can start it. I'm a big Yu Yu Hakusho fan. Got Yuji on the shirt right now. Yusuke. Whoa.
That's
That's crazy. Why you thinking about my man like that, bro?
Just inception that into my brain, bro. I shouldn't have looked left. I got Yusuke on the shirt right now.
Yeah.
Yo, when Yusuke went demon mode against Senju, fire, fam. When he
That was crazy.
headbutted him into a mountain and just crashed that shit,
Yeah.
fire.
Yo, Sensui was never the same after that one. Well, he kind of died.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
It can't be the same. He didn't exist no more.
Can't be the same. That-
Yeah, to find that out, that was so fire. To be like, yo, what's going on? My grandfather, my great grandfather just took over my body, and now I'm just the realest motherfucker in the game right now.
Yeah.
Son, crazy.
Nah, different. Different. That was I was thinking about that one, but I should have looked at your shirt. You know,
He had it loaded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
There's
Favorite
so many. Or even
transformation.
Sensui. Like,
Yeah,
I
that
didn't
was
like
a good
his.
one, too.
I didn't like that armor that he had, but the fact that he would change mentally from one character to the next.
That was a very unique,
Yeah.
like a story element. You know what I mean? Like,
Nah, that was fire.
Yeah.
What y'all think? I don't know.
Yoko
Blank.
Kurama.
I
Everything
actually
you
Kev got
have the
people.
one that I thought I would have. Damn.
Let's see what you got.
Number one.
Make a decision this time. Make a
All
decision.
right. All right. Damn, bro.
Just-
The rumbling.
Really?
Eren Jaeger, yeah,
I'm
the rumbling.
surprised.
That shit. I was gonna say Super Saiyan 4, but you know what I'm
I'm
saying.
no,
I
I'm
didn't want
still
to be
surprised.
basic.
I thought she was gonna say the. I'm listening.
No, that one is good, but it just came out. We can't use that.
You-
We can't use that.
What are you talking about?
I mean, even
Recency
then.
bias.
Even then. What? You know what we talking about?
Do what?
You ain't seen One Piece?
Oh.
Yeah,
my
but
bad,
the
my
thing
bad.
is, bro, the rumbling is literally like one of the most terrifying transformations.
Bruh.
Like, it's literally like incomprehensible in size. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? And it's one of the most unique anime transformations that I've seen. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
nah, it was fire.
Because it's just wild, bro.
Yeah.
They're fighting on his back, bro, on his
Yeah.
rib cage, bro.
It's
Yeah.
crazy. And some of these people didn't even know Titans exist, and they look up in the sky
Yeah,
and they
bro,
see.
and then they just
Yeah.
see this shit, bro. Could you imagine, bro?
Demonic.
Living your regular life. It's like, yo, what the?
What the fuck is this, bro? Like,
You just taking your
Yeah.
kid to school and you just see this behemoth like this is crazy. Nah,
looking out the window and you just see this big ass face, bro, and a rib cage.
Facts.
Imagine-
Government told us aliens was real. Like,
Nah, imagine
lose it
going to
all.
school. You get a text from your teacher like, yo, out of abundance of caution, no school today. Like,
Yo, that's crazy.
you don't even get the text; you just hear Aaron in your head.
Yeah.
oh, yeah,
bro.
true. Don't go to school.
Some of us.
Some of us.
us.
Racism.
Yo, that's crazy.
All right, Quell. I'm not volunteering you, but I'm just saying.
All right, copy. Next up, bro, favorite transformation. There's a lot of them, bro. I'm gonna have to go. Ooh, I guess. All right.
Don't say nothing, Boruto fam.
Nah. The Boruto transformation still ain't there yet, bro. Impactful to me. All right. Y'all ever seen Digimon, the first series at all? Nah.
Bits and pieces,
Bits
but
and
I
pieces.
didn't watch it.
All right,
full.
we're not gonna do this one. I want y'all to be impressed by the transformation. All right, maybe. Oh, okay. It's a Naruto transformation. Okay, Jiraiya going sage mode. And now this is one of my favorite transformations because it was incomplete. He didn't really become the full sage, but he still put that shit on. He still, you know what I'm saying? He still putting work against pain. And like, you know, like I just feel like thinking about it. You only seen it one time and then bro got capped, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
so yeah.
Spoilers for if you haven't seen it from like 2008.
Yeah.
Nah, my rule is if the show came out more than 4 years ago and you haven't seen it, I'm gonna spoil it for you. I'm sorry.
Word.
You had time, bro.
They both said it's
Yeah.
mandatory.
All right, or even a decade. A decade is like you
A
had time.
decade, I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
Over, you bullshit. You
Yeah.
bullshit
That shit
with
is
the
already in
decade.
like history books type shit. You
Literally,
know what I'm saying?
type
Like,
But yeah, 4 years. I'm sorry.
That's a college. You know,
That's
that's a
That's a
diploma.
presidential.
That's a fact.
Yeah, that's one whole
damn, bro,
presidential
that's
cycle.
crazy.
Nah, that is a fact. Goddamn.
Facts.
Shit, so I'm about to do some bullshit right now. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I'm about to do some bullshit, bro. My favorite transformation is Sonic's transformation.
Supersonic. Okay.
Supersonic.
Yeah.
Gotta go
So
fast.
we weren't keeping it to anime, is what you're telling me.
Nah,
I mean-
Sonic is technically anime.
It is technically Sonic.
It's Japanese.
Sonic X was
Sonic
that
X.
Japanese
Yeah.
though?
Hell yeah. Well, we didn't do it.
I wasn't there.
Yo, my nigga Sonic. Even though that shit's just a cheap fucking Super Saiyan now.
No, that's
Yeah.
100% what it was.
But it's still though, like my son really, he was regulating shit once he turned gold. My son was different. Yo, listen, I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all, man.
It's Japanese, right?
Bro, the first thing I see, bro,
Is Sonic
is
an anime?
Ekusu, bro.
Trying to
And
tell
I'm like, oh
niggas,
shit.
man.
I just closed my phone after I
I'm trying
seen
to
that
tell
shit, bro.
niggas. Nah, I ain't gonna front, not for nothing though. Even Kirby, that Kirby show that used
Yeah.
to come on for
I
kids.
fuck
That was
with that.
What
was
was it,
Kirby?
That was an anime too?
That shit. Right back at you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Nah, I ain't gonna front. This shit, that was some bullshit because the transformation first appeared in the game. But we gonna jack that as, you know what I'm saying, anime anyway. But
Yeah.
You
Sonic.
didn't like Shadows better?
Shadow was silver, you know what I mean? Silver not worth more than gold.
But Shadow is the cooler hedgehog.
He
Yeah.
was.
Shadow was a brother.
Yeah, he was a brother.
Shadow's a brother.
He had a gun. I should have known.
I love that game too. I don't know why people hate that game.
Why does this nigga need a gun though? He's literally faster
Shadow
than a gun.
Shadow the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
That game was fire.
That game was fucking fire, bro. And it was 2-player, bro.
Was
Facts.
Yeah, you had a 2-player mode, and you could choose all the endings and shit. You could be bad, you could be good, you could be in the middle, you could be chaotic, bro.
Nigga
What
said
the fuck, bro? I had too much freedom. It was crazy.
I definitely went full chaotic, bro. I went full evil, bro. Like did not care about
all of them,
nothing.
bro. That's how you get the real ending, bro.
Oh,
Watch out for
damn.
this nigga. Watch out for this nigga.
I'm that kid who played GTA and was just running through all the prostitutes and shit. Right?
And taking the money back.
That's how you get extra points, bro.
You feel me? I gotta buy more guns.
Pay sex workers. Pay sex workers. Shout out to the
Fair
sex
wages.
workers, bro. Fair wages. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of which, keeping 9,000 on OnlyFans, JK.
Bro, you see my face, bro?
I was like, they tapped into a market right here. Yo, my slut is all this stuff there. I hear it. Yo, hey man.
So I was thinking it's the same show, but I don't know if y'all have seen a Record of Ragnarok.
I've seen a little bit, like 3 or 4 episodes.
All right. Well, initially I was thinking of this transformation by Zeus because it was like, it's funny because when you think of Zeus, you think, I don't know, I thought of like a big, strong, whatever. It was just like this skinny old dude. But then he transformed into like this brolic, crazy guy.
Yeah.
But then I thought more like there was a crazier transformation with this one kid, not kid, but like he was the god named, if I'm pronouncing it wrong, but it's Zero Fuku, I think.
Facts.
And basically he looked like a kid. That's why I said kid. But eventually he transformed into like this brolic dude, whatever. And then that dude's name was Great Nirvana Sword Zero, right? Which was crazy. That was already crazy, right? But but he ended up getting defeated by
some other bullshit.
yeah, he ended up
Triple backflip number 42.
He ended up dying basically,
Something
right?
named Mike.
By Buddha. Buddha for him.
Buddha.
Yeah, Buddha for him. Yeah. So he ended up dying. So look.
What the fuck?
But listen. So look.
Just throwing hands with Jesus and Buddha.
Look. So look, he ended up dying, right?
Yeah.
Which was no, Zero Fuku, which when he turned into the other dude, right? That was bad. So when Buddha killed him, it was like releasing his spirit. He was kind of like becoming good again, whatever, right? As soon as he was about to like go up into the heavens or whatever, these 2 dragons came out of nowhere, right? And kind of like inhaled him basically.
Wow.
And then he transformed again into like basically this demon god, dude.
Yo,
this demon god called
crazy.
Hajun.
Niggas were out here. They was smoking the Zero Fuku pack. Nigga,
Because I couldn't remember their name.
They turned into a pack. He said, "Hold on, now we gotta spin the block real quick,
Bro." Because I couldn't remember the names, but all I remember is that last transformation, this dude was. It was basically a god demon. Like it was like intense, bro. Like it was like the first transformation times 10.
Okay.
But yeah, that shit was crazy. That shit was crazy.
I'm gonna need to see.
Yeah, at least watch that fight. Honestly, like that fight was insane. Just watch the Buddha fight.
The show sounds ridiculous. I'm not gonna hold you.
Yeah, I mean they have some good fights. Some of them were like but that one was crazy.
Yo, fellas, everybody here watches Attack. I know that.
Yeah.
There's been something that's been weighing on my heart.
Talk about it.
Okay.
I just need to let it be said.
Yeah.
EREN JEAGER is a piece of shit. EREN JEAGER is a piece of shit. Is a piece of shit. Is a piece of shit.
Okay.
And I'm gonna explain why. Right. EREN JEAGER is a genocidal, egomaniacal, xenophobic, literally as. Do you know who these? You know, I'm gonna just say these adjectives describe controversial figure in history. Just say I'm not gonna go in depth. May have been German. You know what I'm saying? But
I thought you were gonna talk about Kanye real quick.
nah.
I was like, damn.
I was about to say, yo, that's my favorite transformation right there too.
That's what Donda was about. I should have joked about that.
Nah, but not for nothing though, bro. And the thing about it is, that's like, he's kind of like an anti-hero in a sense, right? And that's par for the course. Anti-heroes are often selfish. and they are aggressive, and they don't really give much of a fuck. But the thing that I feel like Eren Yeager misses that really irks me is that this nigga's not fucking likable. Eren Yeager is not fucking likable. He has, I'm going to tell you the Eren Yeager starter pack right now, right? It's impulse, impulsiveness, anger. Ooh, I'm so angry. Loyalty. You got the loyalty. He's a loyal nigga.
Yeah,
cool.
loyalty on 100.
Loyalty on 100. Then despair. And then complete apathy.
I can say something real quick.
Go ahead.
I wanted you to finish before I say
Yeah. Like,
but the thing is, I agree with all of the things that you said. But we also can't ignore the fact that Eren Yeager literally, when he touched Historia's hand, literally saw the entirety of Eldian history and saw every which way that every Eldian could have possibly tried to talk it out with the Marleyans and with the rest of the world, and saw it fail over and over and over and over and over again through every era, every single person, every single time it failed. So how can you not be angry that no matter how many times your people tried, you know what I'm saying? I'm not excusing what he did, by the way. You know what I'm saying? Because he took it way too far. That's
really my primary thing about that is, like, I don't even know that he's seen every possible outcome. I think that Eren's kind of he just does what the fuck he wants. That's his defining character quality, is the fact that he really doesn't listen to you know, he's insubordinate, for one. This nigga will fucking around.
Always been.
I'm gonna just charge out. I'm gonna get captured. I'm gonna fucking hide behind enemy lines for 2 fucking years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It was like 4.
It might have been even more than that, bro.
Crazy.
Type shit. Like, cause I don't think that I don't think that it would have been the best way, but Zeke's option could have worked.
It could have, but then you could also argue the fact that his option could work too.
After you kill the entire fucking world.
I'm not saying
not the world.
I'm not saying
Nah,
it's
but
right.
not the
Zeke's
world, just
option
most
isn't
of
right
it.
either.
Just everybody but his
Everybody
fucking
else.
pissed
Everybody
ant
but
island. That's
Now the
crazy.
thing is though, I have a theory, and the thing is, I didn't read the manga, so you know what I'm saying. I'm just basing off of where we're at in the anime. Did y'all read the manga?
I did finish.
I read it, but I didn't finish it.
Pretend y'all didn't.
Okay.
Right. So the thing is, I really kind of hold. I think it was, who said it. I don't think it was Armin. It was what's his name? Whatever. So
the blonde dude.
The one with the red hair.
Oh,
who always.
No, Gene.
Gene. So I think Gene's theory is kind of right, where like Eren is kind of causing this catastrophic event to the world purposely, so this way they can go and kill him and look like Eldia saved the world in order to change the public image. You know, it's a PR stunt.
Oh, my
God. That's facts.
You know
That's what I'm thinking.
Oh my, this nigga, he's on to something. He's on to something.
But you know,
but how they gonna stop the? Is that gonna stop what's already started though? Is that how?
But did you see the last like 10 minutes? No, it's not gonna stop what already started.
Right.
But the thing is,
people gonna die.
Exactly.
But
so,
it needs to have everlasting consequences. What Eren did. In order for it to actually stick in people's minds, like, damn, this is what happened. What could have happened could have been worse if the island of Paradis did not come and stop what could have happened. You know what I'm saying?
The only thing with that is that if he's trying to save his people, he sacrificed like damn near half of the fucking population in his island in order to do it.
People die every day, B.
What a great good.
They'll be alright.
It's collateral damage.
They'll be alright.
So at that point, it made me really question what was his true motive. Was it just to protect his friends or to protect his people? I think it's really more to protect his friends than his people, though.
I mean, look at it this way.
I can see that.
Think about it this way. Imagine you touch some white lady's hand and you see everything that happened with slavery. How you acting afterwards?
Damn, that's wild.
Facts. We talking prehistory, bro.
Everything. Every single thing.
Facts.
From year one that it started to 2022.
Man, listen. We not talking about me right now. Listen.
Just
that part, that's very true.
Like, you just see your people get wrecked back and forth every single day, year by year, up until your existence.
So let's just say, theoretically speaking, right? if he would have just like Zeke initially said, you kind of demonstrate the rumbling without going all the way, right? Afterwards, you create some type of fail-safe plan in order to guard people from entering entering paradise without, I guess, the way that fucking Annie and fucking I'm forgetting the rest of their names. Reinhardt,
Reiner
and
Bertolt.
Bertolt, yeah. The way that they did, they was just taking anybody off the fucking street. That was their problem to be fucking getting with.
But even then, before the rumbling even started, they were trying to stop Eren. You know what I'm saying? We got to understand that from the beginning, even before we even knew that the rumbling was possible, just the mere fact that Eren was willing to even attempt to demonstrate it, they wanted to stop him and take the founder.
Eren technically got stopped too. Like Gabby did come through with the,
yeah. So like there was half of his people against him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like there could have been a coup d'etat. You know what I'm saying? There could have been a lot of internal conflict that could have really messed that up. Combined with let's say we invaded Marley, made the rumbling happen, this, that, and the third, and demonstrated it or whatever. Now you got to deal with internal conflict and the rest of the world trying to attack you.
True enough.
You know what I'm saying?
So like, let's just put it like this, right? Internally, who the fuck can fuck with Eren knowing he has what he has?
I mean, technology.
Captain Levi.
Technology is also coming up.
I think that
Gabi took care of him. Gabi took care of him, bro. If Zeke didn't put his fucking hand out and save him and merge him with the founder,
Season 4 would have been one part.
Exactly. Eren would be dead. He died basically.
Yeah, but I'm talking about after he successfully got the founder.
They about to handle him right now, bro. It's an anime.
I stand on what I say. He is a nuanced character. He's not a bad character. Let's not make that. I don't want anybody to leave thinking I'm saying he's a bad character. Yeah. I think he's a very well-written character in a show full of well-written characters.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's a great, well-written show.
Very well-written show. He's kind of a piece of shit and he's uninteresting.
No, I agree.
You know what I mean? He doesn't have any personality to me.
That.
You know what I mean?
He's uninteresting. His story is what's interesting.
Which is not even a bad thing. Sometimes in service of story, characters can kind of be just, I don't say cogs in the machine. Essentially, he is a cog in the machine, but he's the biggest cog in the machine. But he doesn't really, like, let's just look at, iconic, like, characters from history. Goku, literally zero story. Goku's brimming with personality. You can say the same thing about Naruto.
He definitely got a story.
He's got a story, but he has character, though.
Yeah.
Like, he actually has some degree of, like, personality to him.
There's depth. There's a lot of depth.
Nah, Eren has depth. I don't want to say that, but Eren doesn't have personality. He's just very, like, it's just like, I need to find this
very
thing.
one-sided.
Very, you know what I mean? Like, that's another thing with him.
Yeah. It's true. I mean, Sasuke had one mission and only. I need revenge.
While,
I don't care.
Yeah, for a while.
But like, but
you know what though? Sasuke's not the main character. That's the difference. You know,
Eren
was the main character
true.
for most of the show, and to be very one-sided like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Since we already fucking here, let's fucking do it, man.
Yeah.
Best main character. Let's
Best
fucking do
main character.
Let's do it. Why not?
Man, my brain is fucking tired.
Best
Hold
main
on.
character.
Best MC. Well, it's not Yuji.
Yo, the Yuji hate is crazy.
Not Yuji. Best main character.
That's
Oh man, I'm gonna have to go with New Gen. Y'all hate me. Everybody hates me. I'm gonna have to go Boruto.
What?
I think Boruto's the best main character of the series. What do you mean? I'm going to spit the
It's
facts.
crazy because I watched this show.
Yes, I'm going to spit the facts on why he is the best main character. All right. My boy, given everything, right? So it's like, where can you go from there? You can only go up or down, right? My boy is going through the spiral or going down. Everything that can happen wrong is happening wrong to him. I don't want to spoil it for people. But he's not, like, crying about it. Like, he could just keep crying and say, like, yo, my life sucks. But he's making the most with the cards.
We all saw the ugly cry meme, bro. He's crying about it.
Bro, that was bad animation. I don't know why it passed, but you know what I'm saying? Like, he really is doing his due diligence to make the most out of a bad situation. And I just think that out of the whole Naruto series, if I had to put him and Naruto against each other, honestly, new gen stuff, like real shit, this is like on some real shit, I would prefer Boruto over Naruto as an MC. Like I think Naruto was just like kind of like Naruto wasn't boring. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't boring. It wasn't one dimensional. But I think that Boruto has more character, more room for growth, and he's that nigga. Like that's really it at the end of the day.
I just want y'all to clip that whole thing and see what your audience thinks about that.
We're going viral on this one.
Throw that
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
Nah, I got one, and it's a new gen character as well.
Go ahead.
Thorfinn from Vinland Saga.
Really?
Thorfinn.
Yo, you know what's crazy? There was literally just a poll saying like how this motherfucker. There's like who's the worst main character? Or there was like no, the 2 worst main characters.
Yeah.
It was him
Uh-huh.
and Takamichi.
Gotcha. I will break. Takamichi is definitely on that list as worse. Thorfinn is not, because I'm just gonna break it down for y'all. Yo, Vinland Saga starts off with Thorfinn wanting to be a warrior, and his pops being like, "Yo, don't do it. You don't have any enemies. This isn't the life that you should live. I lived that life. I was that nigga. You don't want to be that nigga." And then Thorfinn was forced to be that nigga. Day by day, just killing at the enemies left and right, killing the enemies left and right. That was his only purpose. And then after that, the one person, I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but the one person that he was really going against got taken away from him. And then season 2 happened, which was a very contentious season. People had a lot of issues against it. Personally, with me, I think season 2 was a beautiful season because it showed the guy have to deal with the trials and tribulations that he has to face now based off of the past decisions that he's made.
Oh, his
You know what I
demons
mean?
coming back, yeah.
Exactly. He had to deal
Battling
with his demons. He had to face his demons. What anime do you see a person being a straight up killer left and right and then all of a sudden gains a conscience? Can you name an anime that you have a main character?
Oh,
that
I
has to
got
deal with
one.
that?
Gabimaru.
Oh yes, Gabimaru.
Yeah, but he did that from
Could
like.
have had it from the first episode though, low key.
But you don't see the process of him like actually making those negative decisions and then having him have to face it right after.
Fair enough.
Like we kind of had the same concept with Kenshin Himura from Rurouni Kenshin, where he was just a straight up killer, and then down the line he was like, all right, cool, I gotta be a better person now. But we didn't get to see him be a killer until like we saw the movies, which was given his backstory. With Vinland Saga, you get to see that full on run through, and then you have to see this guy deal with the life decisions that he's made day by day, left and right, and have to make a change. And he like successfully makes that change and becomes a different person while still like having the goal to build like a peaceful lifestyle and environment for those he cares about and the world, essentially.
You really like selling this shit. Like, bro.
Nah, you got
This is 4th time on his take. Don't worry.
He fine-tuned. He was like, all right, make sure you hit this. Make sure.
Because like there's a lot of people who are hating on season 2 of Vinland Saga, but
I've heard people.
like the issue is that like I don't think, and this is like off the topic a little bit, but I don't think Vinland Saga should be classified as a shonen, because I think the fact that it was classified as a shonen, people are expecting it to just be like, all right, killing, fight.
It's like seinen. It's kind of.
Yeah, I'd say it's a little seinen. It's just like the people need to start watching Vinland Saga more so for the story than they need to start watching it for the fights.
Fair enough.
And like the story is beautiful. So shout out to Vinland Saga. Shout out to the creator. Shout out to Thorfinn. You have no enemies.
That's fire.
That's a hard pivot though. It's a hard pivot to tell somebody you give them a whole first season of an anime. It's firefights and go.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's what
It
like.
is, but I love the fact they did that shit. It works so well.
I agree with that. I think that, you know what I'm saying, it probably could have been like more balanced.
More
There's
balanced,
no balance.
yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I agree with that.
Yeah, like there was just a little bit more hinting of like this is not everything.
Yeah.
Maybe some people wouldn't feel as like.
I mean, the hinting was there
pressed
from
by
the beginning. His pops walked up to him and was like, "You got no enemies, bro."
Yeah, and Yuji's grandpa said, "Bro, die happy."
He did say that.
Yeah.
If I had to go with anybody, and believe you me, this is a very difficult decision because I have my favorites, but like, given the circumstances that he was placed in, if I had to really like evaluate it, I'm gonna say the most impressive. I'm not gonna go and say best, but to me, the most impressive MC is Kaneda from Akira.
Okay. I haven't heard an Akira take in a minute. Bro, let me hear this.
So, bear in mind, right? Let's like not look at it from this grandiose, like, oh my God, look at his stats, look at his resume.
Yeah.
Just look at it from, just be like empathetic, be very empathetic. You are the leader of your gang. You're like fucking 15.
Yeah.
You're a 15-year-old kid, and the runt of your gang has this crazy little man complex because he's not that guy. You know what I mean? Trust me, pal, you're not that guy. He wasn't. He develops psychic powers, and he has this vendetta against everybody because he was never that guy. We didn't even know them shits existed before like 2 fucking weeks ago.
Facts.
Now, this nigga is essentially a god among men. And now, my 15-year-old ass is tasked with stopping him. And essentially fucking succeeding at it.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
Facts. No tools, no resources.
You know, well, yeah, that little,
But there was no instruction manual. Like he wasn't studying his whole life to get up to that moment. You know?
Shit. You know what I mean? Like that's wildly impressive. Because I mean, like let's just look at another psychic character. This is a little bit different, but you look at somebody like Mob for Mob 100, Mob Psycho 100, like. Literally nobody can fuck with him in his realm. He's unfuckwittable.
At all. Yeah.
Now, I don't know if like Tetsuo is supposed to be that strong, but in a situation where literally nobody has those other powers besides them little old niggas that don't, you know what I mean? They old and they fucked up for one, you know what I'm saying? Like he's the one who steps up and successfully neutralizes him. At least in the film, I have the mangas. I have to actually read them. I gotta learn to read first, but then I'm gonna get to it. I promise y'all. But to me, just personally speaking, that speaks volume about his resolve, his like quick thinking on his feet. Like it says a lot. You know what I mean? And the whole time, well, half the time, my son was chasing some ass, bro. He was really chasing ass, and Stubble was like, I gotta do this hero shit. Type shit. And he said, yo, listen.
Self-care is important.
Self-care is important. You know what I'm saying? He was like, and I'm gonna make sure, like, if anybody's gonna take you out, nigga, it's gonna be me, your big homie.
Facts.
Told the nigga, the most powerful being, I'm still your big homie, nigga. That's gangster.
Nah, that's facts.
So that's Canada. I'm going with Canada.
Okay.
I'm gonna pivot on some like a little bit different, like, cause that was like up here, so I'm kind of maybe like around here, maybe dependent. I'm gonna say damn, you know what's funny though? I can't even, y'all gonna roast me because I forget his name, but Ranking of Kings.
I fucking knew it. Goji, I just looked that shit up.
Goji.
I had that shit open on my fucking phone, bro.
Great answer.
I hate you for that.
That's such a great
I
fucking
knew you were
answer.
gonna. I didn't think you were
What's your
gonna.
right now.
fucking
I'm not
answer?
gonna lie.
Goji.
Yeah, I'm 2 episodes in,
Nah,
but
nah, you're talking to spoilers,
Yeah.
Sensei.
yeah, it's fine.
Nah.
Sure?
Trust me, I read the synopsis already.
Okay.
Nah, but solely for the fact that, bro, like, my boy can't even like converse like that on that level, but he's still making it out, bro. And like, just like the trials that he has to go through is intense. Like, his story is crazy, but
Mad crazy.
I feel like that's just it's a go-to, bro.
It's such a good show too.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah.
there's so many elements to the show. I was gonna say, you know what I'm saying? There's so much like that you could do with that world too. Like it doesn't have to stop where it's at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like there's a whole fucking world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You could do anything you want in a fantasy world like that. You know what I'm saying?
I think he might be the most inspiring MC maybe ever. I might jack that. Might be.
Oh, you haven't seen Kotaro Lives Alone?
I was gonna say that one. That was my second. That was my
That's
second.
not inspiring though. That shit just hurts, bro.
I was gonna say that
good
just
at the
because,
end.
bro, my boy is another young
But he
blood,
doesn't know
just
the
like
truth.
cooling, bro, like just
Facts.
living his life, like.
Them niggas love. Yo,
Bro.
once a fucking pod, somebody brings this show up. I gotta listen to this shit. I gotta
Yeah,
watch
it's
it, bro.
Kotaro
Because
is
you
lit.
gotta understand that story is so tragic. I know he
Yeah.
says it's not tragic, but he don't feel emotion. So you
I know I'm saying it's not tragic. I'm saying it was just
you,
it
I
wasn't.
literally have a video.
It's
of you
not
saying it's
emotional
tragic.
like throughout.
Nah, it's pretty emotional.
It's
Alright.
pretty emotional.
I dropped a few tears.
Well, he ate Kleenexes,
I
man?
agree with what
Facts.
you're saying though. I see what you're saying because the first like 3 episodes you don't know what's going on,
Yeah.
but then you really learn what he went through and why he's there literally alone.
Yeah.
That's when the whole shit is like, damn, no matter how happy shit gets, at the end of the day, you know, the show is what it is about. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say anything because I think you haven't watched it yet, right?
How many episodes is it?
Like 12.
Oh, that's my.
Like 12, yeah.
It's
right
like
up my
9
alley.
or 10.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
literally, yeah.
All
But
right.
but for a show to be that impactful in 9 or 10 episodes, that's crazy.
Facts.
You know what I'm
Efficiency,
saying?
baby, you gotta love it. You gotta love it.
Yeah.
Efficiency, good story writing, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Such a good show. But damn. So since my answer got stolen, I'm gonna go to my runner-up because I did have 2.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Jotaro Kujo, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Okay.
I love Jotaro. He's literally like the original, besides Spike, the like cool guy of anime. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Speaking, if you go back to the old one, the '90s version of JoJo, and you also like throughout the whole third part, because this is the longest part. There's a reason for that. You really see his growth going from like a little like kid in jail. You know what I'm saying? To like essentially making like pivotal adult decisions and really deciding to like. You see a shift where in the beginning of the show, he was always selfish. He would make impulsive, selfish decisions, and then at the end, he would put himself before anything that was in front of, you know, like in terms of like the in danger for his family. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you really see that in one season.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Growth.
It's crazy the growth that you have, and then it doesn't stop there because then it transcends other seasons, and then you really see him become a dead ass adult from a kid in jail. First seeing kid in jail to someone who literally would risk his life for his family, for his friends, for the world. You know what I'm saying?
That nigga one of them scared straight niggas.
That's a fact. I got a question for you.
What's up?
I hear people talk about JoJo's a lot, but I still have not gotten around to watching it. Break down the appeal of JoJo's for me.
JoJo, so basically, it's funny. I just had this conversation 3 hours ago with my brother. The people who like to play Saints Row 3 are the same people that like to watch JoJo.
All right.
It is full of a bunch of crap, of comical, like, gags and shit like that. The third part, to me, is probably the most, like, serious. But a lot of the art style, a lot of, like, just how different the powers are. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like very unconventional powers.
Okay.
You know, and the thing is, the powers are not limited to just humans.
Okay.
That's when things start, because now it's you don't have to just worry about humans. Now you got to worry about your environment. So now in and of itself,
Wait, like
it's
break it
world
down a little
building.
bit. Environment, like squirrels, trees. What are we talking?
Inanimate objects, bro.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. So like, there's this one. It's not really a big spoiler.
Yeah.
There's, you know what stands are in JoJo?
No.
It's basically power. So basically, they're spirits. People at this point can like they get their own spiritual power. You know what I'm saying? There is a ship. It's a ship. It's in the water. It literally has its own stand. It's got its own power.
That's crazy.
It's fucking nuts.
That's actually
It's
wild.
nuts.
Giving a
It's
ship a
insane,
power is
bro.
wild.
And some of the powers are kind of ridiculous. Like some guys like playing cards and like you have to gamble with your soul and shit like that.
That's not bad.
That was a good scene. The dog. This dog has like a demon that he could turn into or some shit. It's wild. You know what I'm saying? It's really interesting because it's not predictable.
It's like an anime where anything can happen.
Yeah.
Anything can happen at any time. And it's another one of those where it's like, you know, I always call them like Game of Thrones shows. Anyone can die at any time.
I appreciate
You know?
that.
Love that.
Anybody can get
and
it.
that's why
Yeah.
Attack on Titan is so good. It's like I think Attack on Titan is the Game of Thrones of anime, but JoJo
Facts.
to me was the original Game of Thrones of anime because everybody was dying and they stayed dead.
You know what I would have to say? Maybe not before JoJo, but what also comes to mind is Game of Thrones of anime. This is probably my last thing I say. Akame got killed.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Nah.
Damn.
I'm the only nigga in the room that see that Akame got
You ain't seen it
killed.
either?
Bro, I seen like one episode, bro. That was it. Yeah.
It's one of those shows. Like I'm not. Well, I mean, you know what? Just in case somebody, literally anybody could get it, and I won't say anything more about that. Another one. Shout out to Akame.
And Vinland Saga, shout that out too.
Shout out to guys.
And shout out Boruto real quick.
Oh, man. That's a hard one.
Yo,
Swallow.
yo, shout out Yuji though.
Shout out to Yuji.
Big shout out to you.
Nah,
Shout out to
shout-
Boji. Shout out to Boji.
Shout out to Boji.
Shout out to
Shout out
JoJo.
Kotaro.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Shout out to Kaneda. You know what I mean?
Takamichi.
Oh no!
Nobody
no.
shouted out Demon Slayer.
No,
I was like,
Tanjiro.
Tanjiro.
We will
Tanjiro.
never shout out Takamichi on this show, bro.
I really hope he
Yeah.
bosses up, bro.
Nah,
Like,
Taka-
Takamichi
will.
glow up crazy. That's all I gotta say.
Because the
Crazy.
thing is, bro,
He
it's
better,
like how
bro.
you like bro. 8 years. It was like an 8-year span, bro.
Nigga,
You
bro.
used to be that guy. You was on the block. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You was known. 8 years and now you can't fight, bro.
This
How you
nigga-
lose all of that, bro?
Now the thing that makes no sense is this nigga is a protagonist in a fucking show about gang violence. Who can't fight?
Can't fight.
I love that for him though. I love that for him because it's just like and like I hate Takemichi. I think he cries too much. You know,
Yeah.
I don't like crybaby protagonists, but
And you like Black Clover?
I like Black Clover. I mean, Asta, he doesn't cry. He works. He sweats. He sweats tears. He sweats tears. But Takemichi, bro, like I feel like if there wasn't for Takemichi in the room, they all would just kill each other. You know what I'm saying? Like he has to be the voice of reason.
He has the charisma check from Skyrim.
Yeah.
He's got 99 charisma.
99 charisma.
You can be the voice of reason and still throw hands though.
Yeah.
I mean, but you can also be the voice of reason and get fucked up, and that's what happens to him.
I guess it's unique in that regard. I'll give it that. But I'm like,
happens to
yo,
him.
fams, if I see you get fucked up one more goddamn time, bro.
Bro, Takemichi is basically like a therapist for everybody and every single. It's like it's not even just his gang. He's like, oh, you're in another gang. I gotta save you now. Damn, bro. Like every time, bro.
Captain Save a whole ass. Man.
Every time.
Yo, man.
Yeah.
It's been a fucking pleasure.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Keep
Of
it at
course.
9,000. We kept it 9,000. I hope we kept it.
9,000.
We keep it.
100%.
Oh, you guys kept it
Ah,
9,000.
you know what I'm saying? We kept it
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
9,000.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yo, where can everybody find you guys?
Yo,
Check it out.
so if you guys want to follow Keeping It 9,000, you can follow us everywhere at Keeping It 9,000. We have a podcast you can listen to at Spotify, Apple Music, Stitcher, wherever you get your podcasts. YouTube, if you want to watch the full videos.
Get that, get
and if you
that.
want to watch the clips, we're on all social media platforms.
Yes, sir.
And you know what I'm saying? We in your mom's house too, so you know.
Ah.
That's it.
Yo, man, this has been a good time. Man.
That's a
Good
fact,
time.
yo.
Good
It was fun.
conversation.
Thanks
Thank
for
you
having
guys.
us.
The longest pod. This is the longest pod. Let's clap it up for
That's
the
a
longest
fact.
pod.
That is a fact. It is. It is indeed.
I feel like it's one of them fucking drink chairs of Joe Rogan podcast.
Oh, weak.
It's
you-
crazy because we could like keep. There's so much that we could keep talking about.
I
too.
know.
Like,
I think
Yeah.
there needs to be a part
We
2.
can make that happen.
We can run
That's
that
a
back.
fact.
Maybe.
That's a
Come to the
fact.
video.
That's a fact.
That's what
Nah,
it
that'd be
is.
fire.
Nah,
We
part
built
2
up
would
over
be
there, bro.
crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
facts,
Yeah, we can
facts.
make
Let's
that
make
happen.
it happen.
Let's
Let's
make
make it
that
happen.
happen. Yes.
Yeah, man.
Yes,
Thank you
sir.
for coming to the Wasted Podcast.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
been
yeah.
an absolute pleasure for you guys to be here. Y'all could have been
That's a
anywhere,
fact.
but y'all actually made it here.
Word,
Thank
word.
you. And definitely join us for the next one.
And y'all already know where to follow us on the Instagram, the TikTok, the YouTube. Let's go. Twitter. Bow.
Check out the other episodes. Peace.